Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel, Sharon's Nail Boutique. So this is a picture of what the set looks like. This is a chisel colored acrylic color blocking set. Just laying that thin, clear acrylic base, and then I get ready to start laying the color. And this is a purple by chisel. There's no names for the colors. They're actually dip powders, but you can use them as acrylics as well. And this is a really pretty I would say a darker purple. It's kind of like a pinkish purple, like a violet, I would say. Um, and it's a wetter system, so you definitely have to use these powders more wet than dry. This is my number 14 round that was made into an oval. It was prepped into an oval, like crimped at the end. So I'm also using my Mia Secret monomer, my Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and then my chisel colors in the forest dark green and this purple color. I'm also using a glitter that was made by, I think, Exotica's Empire, or it might have been made by someone else, but I think it was Exotica's Empire that made this glitter mix. Either her or Melissa Nails Clicks. But this is my first time using it, and it went so well with these colors because it carried the exact same like dark turquoise and the dark purple in it. So that's why I thought it'd be perfect for this set. So I'm just finishing laying that purple here. So I just clean my brush off in between applying the acrylic, and I go for another bead so I can perfect that side wall area and add some color there because I kind of missed a spot on the side there. So that's all I'm doing, is going in on that side wall and perfecting that, making sure it's tucked but the coverage is opaque enough. I think I might go back in with a small bead. I'm not sure. I think I might. Come on, Sharon. And a lot of this footage is sped up. Some of it is slow. This is real time here. So I will let you know like when it's sped up and stuff. I do go back in on the side because there's color missing there still. So I just go back in with that small wet bead and go in on the side there and apply it. Tuck it up at the cuticle and pull the rest down the side, just like so. Just make sure my end is neat, the sides are neat, and move on to the next nail. I'm doing color blocking in this set, so I have sped this up. So I start with my extra fine holographic, is 0.008 in size. I start with the holographic purple one, and that's the extra fine because that's the easiest to lay down first. And then I go in with the chunkier glitter on top so that you can see that when the color blocking is revealed at the filing stage. So I do that line of glitter down the center, and then I take some of that chunkier glitter with all those beautiful colors in it, and I start pressing them into the top portion of this color blocking stripe. So it's really pretty. It has really pretty white tinsel. It has some teal diamonds, I believe. It has black holographic hexes, 040 1mm in size. Beautiful pink pearlescent squares. And then after I've laid some of that over the top of that extra fine hollow purple, I cap it in clear and make sure my sides are, you know, straight as possible, because then I'll go in with my 100-180 grit hand file and perfect the sides and, you know, file them and make them straight. So then I move on to the next nail with the color, and this is a chisel dark forest green. I'll have to get the numbers of the colors for you and put them in the drop box below, because these colors don't come with names. They only have numbers on the container. That could be because they're also dip powders. This is the chisel dip system, so you can use them as acrylic like I'm using it, or you could use it as dip powder. So I just choose to use it as acrylic because that's how I work. I work with mostly acrylic. So now I'm doing this in real time, and this is my color blocking triangle that I have on the pointer. So I start off by making kind of how you would like a reverse French, the reverse nail bed. So I start by making a small, triangular upper cuticle area in the dark green. I am going to be capping this, so I don't need it to be too thick. Just enough, kind of half the size of what it'll be after it's capped. So I'm perfecting my lines as much as I possibly can, because I will come back in with my hand file and perfect the side area and kind of just file that straight, so it's like a perfect triangle. That way when I come in with my glitter, I don't have much work to do as far as laying it on the sides. So I'll end up doing that. I think I add more green. I definitely add more green for sure. Okay. Yes, I add more green. But I make sure that it's tucked properly, it's laid neatly, and it's neat around that cuticle area. I like to make sure, and I think I go back and file this color blocking on the ring finger, I believe. I also take this dental floss stick and kind of perfect my side areas of this triangle a little bit more. That way I don't have too much filing I need to do. Sometimes this doesn't work though. Like this particular one, the floss itself was like thick. It wasn't sharp like a string. It was a thick line. So I couldn't even really use it properly. It was weird. I don't know how to describe it. But you see how thick that stuff was. It wasn't even like a sharp, thin string. So yep, I just wait till I have to come back and file this, and I will lay that glitter. Just trying to get that acrylic off of there. And then I'll lay that purple glitter around that triangle and finish up the color blocking on that nail. For now though, I just take like a big dollop of glitter and do the thumb with it. And then the other thumb on the other hand ends up being the color blocking nail, like with the ring finger on this one, except on the thumb on the other one. So now I'll file that line there on the sides and make sure it's straight on both sides. And you want to file against the acrylic, not down into the nail. Just up against that acrylic that you have extra on the nail. Definitely not against or down onto. You want to do this up against the acrylic. Like push upward while you're filing against it. That way you're not like pushing down onto your nail bed and ruining your nail. So, excuse my arm being in the way. I apologize about that. Just trying to get these side areas as straight as possible. I've actually kept quite a bit of footage for you guys with this one. I really wanted you guys to see this set because, you know, we all kind of have our moments where we're not fast or we're not, you know, as good as we hope to be. Like, this was not my favorite set that I did. I kind of wish I was able to do it over, but you know what? I did the best I could at that moment in time, and you know, for next time I know certain things I'll change, certain things I won't, and that's all you could do, right? Is learn from your past and try to move forward and do better the next time. I know my client probably is saying to herself, what do you mean you messed up? These nails are fire. Well, I'm one of my worst critics and I'm the harshest on myself. So I do that because it keeps me going. It keeps me pushing forward. It keeps me always striving to do better the next time. So I don't think I would change that for anything, because you know, if it weren't for that part of my attitude, I wouldn't continue to get better. You know what I mean? I have to push myself in order for change to happen. So that's why I have no problem kind of criticizing my own stuff, you know? So I'm just moving on and doing the 2 separate colors on either side of this color blocking line. So I do the dark green on the left side, and don't worry about getting acrylic on that center line there, because you're going to come back and file that until it shows anyway. So whatever acrylic ends up being on the line itself, you'll end up filing off anyway. So don't worry about that. And once I got this placed exactly how I want it, I come in with the purple on the opposite side and just do the same thing. So after I, you know, clean up the sidewall areas and the cuticle area, I'll go in with my bead of purple. I might add a little more of the green over there. I'm not sure. I might though. Could be. Let's see. I don't know if I do, or I don't think I do. I think the green ended up being just enough. I might do one thin. Nope. So I go in with my purple bead and I just make sure, you know, up at the cuticle area is nice and flush and tucked where it needs to be. My sidewalls are clean. There's no monomer on the skin. There's no acrylic on the skin. Everything is flowing nicely. It's going into place nicely. And it's even and not too thick, not too thin. Just right. And I just kind of pat out, you know, the bulk of it to where it needs to go. And I will take the rest off and kind of get rid of it. So that's pretty much it with that nail, I believe. I don't know if I add any more or not to this nail. Let's see. I don't think I do. I think it looks good. Let's see. It looks good, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think I add any more to that nail. I don't think I do. No. I know I go in on this nail with the glitter. So I end up filing the sides and I go up against it, not down, not leaning into the nail. I go up against the acrylic, so I'm not destroying my nail. And when I'm done, I'll dust it off and I'll wet my brush and kind of get that wet around that area so it's not dusty. Then I go in with the glitter and I just try and lay that as neatly as possible in that same triangular shape around that green triangle. So same shape, triangular shape, just with the holographic extra fine purple glitter. And then what I'll do is I'll cap that entire thing, the green triangle with the glittery triangle around it. I'll cap that and I'll come back and file it when it's dry. And then I'll add my purple color, my straight purple color, to the bottom portion. And that's how I designed that nail. So, I don't know. Yeah, it takes a little bit of work, but, you know, in the end, the result that you get and the person's face and how happy you made them, like, is priceless to me. Like, I do a lot of work and I don't get paid very much. I mean, I make my prices, I make them where they're at, so it's affordable for all people to get their nails done, not just some people. I do probably miss out on a lot just because my prices don't reflect my work. Like, my prices are extremely cheap, and my work is very, very high caliber. So a lot of people think I'm crazy, but I don't know. I've thought about increasing my price to $35, $40 if you want like a nice design like this. At the given moment, it's only $28, and that includes everything. So I don't know, ladies. What do you think? Do you think I should go up from 28 to 35? If so, why? Also, do you think I should only do that for the people that don't tip, or for everybody across the board? Because it's still going to be super cheap. It's still going to be a lot cheaper than everyone around me. But I also don't want people to think like my work sucks because of how cheap the price is. Like, I don't want people to think, oh, cheap price, you know, it probably reflects her work. I don't want people to think that. I know it probably does scare some people, like the cheap price, but most of the time, once people have come and seen what I could do, or they talk to somebody else that's gotten their nails done by me, they come in and they end up staying, you know, they end up staying with me because they love their nails and they love how they come out. So I don't know. I'm kind of stumped as to what to do, you know. So if you ladies have any suggestions as to what I should do as far as my price, just let me know, because I am literally stumped. Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm just finishing capping this, you know, triangular color blocking design, and look at how good that looks. The whole thing is capped, and so now all we literally have to do is, when it dries, we'll come back and we'll file those lines straight, and then we'll fill in the rest with our purple, and it's gonna look amazing. I could already see it's gonna look bomb, because it already looks bomb. So, and all this with my number 14, and this was a round, but I had it made into a oval. I had it prepped this way, and my nail supply guy, he actually crimped that for me at the end of the brush. So he made it into an oval for me and prepped the entire brush for me. So that was super nice of him. So I'm gonna let that dry so I could come back and file it, get it as straight as possible with my brush, and then I'll do the rest of the work with the file. And that'll be that. And now I speed things back up so I can encapsulate, and I also go in on the thumb with that glitter, like I was telling you guys. So I'm just gonna finish capping these. Don't need a lot, because, you know, I've already built most of the structure up. So you don't need a lot of clear with this. I really don't like doing square nails. They're not my favorite, but I do them. I do whatever my clients want. So I'm doing the glitter on the thumb. See this beautiful glitter? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure this was Exotica's Empire that made this. I'm almost 100% certain on that. It's a beautiful, beautiful mix. Gorgeous, gorgeous mix. It has blacks and the purples, and that dark greenish teal color has that in it. The dark pink squares. It's just a beautiful, beautiful glitter mix, and it went so good. Look at how good that teal and the purple goes with the set. I mean, come on, seriously. How good does that go? And then I capped the whole thing, because I've already, you know, laid the glitter down and put it where I wanted it. So you need to come back and cap and clear, because when you come back to file, all that glitter is going to file off. if you don't cap it. So you need to cap it in clear acrylic. I guess if you have a see-through pink, you could use that too, because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just got a light hue of pink. And just make sure your cuticle area and your side walls are flush. Make sure that the thickness is good enough and the thinness is not too thick but not too thin. So I slowed it down again for you guys to show you me putting the purple down. I already filed the triangle, so I'm just putting the purple up to it now and completing the nail. So basically I just put it as far up that side area as I could get it, and I push it all the way over, and you don't have to worry about getting it on there because once you file, all that's gonna come through. So that's all I do there, is I just fill it in with that purple. And I think I only needed one bead. I don't know, I don't think I went back in. I might have. I think it ended up being enough, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I think I ended up having enough there. So I think all I ended up doing was filing it and then maybe capping. Yeah. And then I speed it back up. So I'm doing this other hand green on the pinky. I kind of just switch up the fingers with the order. Same similar design, just different fingers now. And I think I do the middle finger is purple, the ring finger ends up being, I think, glitter. The pointer ends up being a full hollow purple glitter, and then we do the color blocking on the thumb. So it actually turned out really pretty, this set. So I'll let you guys finish watching, and I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I love you all so much. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I make a new video. And thank you to all my current subscribers. Let's try and share this video so we could get to 1,000 quicker, because I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So stay tuned for that as well. You don't want to miss that. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye now.